Do y'all remember when the Genesis used to be a model under the Hyundai brand? There was a coupe and there was a sedan. And then they spun Genesis off into its own brand. Well, this is the model that started the Genesis brand. This is the 2025 G80, and this is a sports prestige trim. They no longer sell the coupe. So when they broke away from Hyundai, they wanted to be a full-on luxury competitor to like BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. And now they're at that level, and this is their mid-size option. The G80 is going to start around $57,000 before destination, and that's for the 2.5 liter engine. But this has a 3.5 liter twin turbo, and it's going to top out around $78,000 after destination. So this is painted in Vatna gray. It's kind of like a milky gray with some paint fleck in it, and it's going to have these optional 20-inch wheels with these nice designs in them. What I'm about to do right here is activate a cheat mode. I don't want to get inside the car to turn the steering wheel, so what I'm about to do is activate the auto drive where you can pull the car forward. This is something I also did when I was getting the car adjusted for the thumbnail, but to straighten out the wheel, I can hold the move forward, bam, don't even got to get in the car. Ain't that something? Right now I'm moving the car up so I can take a thumbnail. So I want the road closed sign to be behind us. I got to get a little bit closer. There we go. Just like that. I personally think that Genesis offers some swagger to this segment. The luxury car, the full-on luxury car, not the premium, but full-on luxury. Yes, it's a full-on luxury car. And what they bring to the table is their design is outside the box. You see the split tail lights, the headlights, the interior design, which we'll get to in a moment. It's just something like we've never seen before. All at a great price, and it's going to have all the tech that you could ever want in a vehicle like this. So for me, it's not the most cushy, not the most plush, but technologically advanced with every modern feature that you would want. Modernistic is the name of the game, and it kind of reminds me of Audi. They're not plush, but they're modern and full of tech. So 3.5 liter twin turbocharged engine is going to be outputting 375 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. And that's going to be powering all four wheels, as this is an all-wheel drive model. Total curb weight is about 4,600 pounds. EPA fuel economy, 16 city, 24 on the highway. I've been averaging a respectable 19, almost 20. Fuel capacity, 19.3 gallons. Looking at the design cues, no pun intended. We got an upside down pentagon, and it's going to see that theme throughout the vehicle. Big grille, nice two slit headlights, and those two slits come along to the side as well, where those light up as LEDs. Side profile, it kind of looks like it's a lift back, but it's not. Got a traditional trunk. And coming on to the rear, we're going to see those same two slits for the tail lights. And remember I said the upside down pentagon, that's also going to be the shape of our exhaust pipes as well. We have ample space back here. Large, deep ski pass through there. Cargo net. I'm starting to like these more and more as I get older. We even have a little storage space on the side. Underneath, we do have a spare tire as I drop my keys. Let's take a look in the rear seat. Going to see we have this nice red interior, diamond quilt stitched. We even got headrests in the back seat. So this leather is going to be more firm than soft. Like I said, this isn't a plush car. This is, as I drop my keys again, a technology car. So this is firm, but the bolstering on here is very, very nice. Kind of secludes you from the passenger on the other side, but we can pull the armrest up and we have a little narrow seat. If you got a narrow booty, you can get right up in there. Not sure if I would really want to sit there, as we have this hard piece right here in the back. Now getting on in, I won't bump my head getting in here, so we have a nice clearance. Sitting behind myself, got easily 3 inches of room. They do have a cutout, but this, like I said, this is hard. So if you are tall, your knees are going to be uncomfortable sitting in the back of this seat. And we do have a nice premium mat pocket that's also firm. Everything in here feels solid. You can move the passenger seat forward and backwards. It's kind of like one of the cars you want to get chauffeured in. Panoramic sunroof, and it has polarization. And it does have a shade, which also closes. It's a split fold or a split open. So the back piece goes to the front piece comes to the back, and they meet in the middle. And we do have a suede headliner. Backseat is very comfortable. Reminds me of the G90, which is definitely meant for backseat passengers. We also have about 2 inches of headroom above myself, being 6 feet. This middle seat though, as I just mentioned, that's gonna be a problem. My head is touching the ceiling, or at least my hair is. And then we have this transfer case in the center, so the middle passenger is gonna put their feet on either side of that. Single zone climate control back here. Also, we have privacy shades. Also one on the back glass, which can be controlled in this console behind me or up front. So in this middle piece, which isn't really intended for a third passenger in the rear, got a couple of cup holders, heated seats, 3-stage, and this is that shade that I mentioned. So you got your privacy. Also, we have more storage in this armrest, in which my kids left some organic blueberries, blackberries. In the front, we're going to see some more of this swagger from Genesis, starting with this design in the door. We have a B&O audio system, which sounds supreme. More quilted leather. Nice firm leather. Bolsterings everywhere. And we do have a massage seat. It's called Ergo Motion. It's only on the driver's seat, but it's activated with the touch of this button down here. And you can isolate it to do the back massage, the bottom, or the back and the bottom. Feels great. And all of these touch points, soft touch, that soft touch, is not cushy though. You can push it in, but it's not going to sink in, but it's never uncomfortable. Same with the armrest over here, which this is a heated armrest. That's something you really don't see. One thing that I do wish was a little softer, this piece right here, your knee does rest there, and it is very firm. We do have easy to read HVAC controls, radio controls. We do have this knob, which you can go through the whole infotainment screen, which is huge. Goes across from the cluster to the infotainment screen. Cup holders hidden in there. Phone charger, it's a great space. I won't forget my phone right there. And this opens up, split opens up. USB-C 12-volt outlet charger. Heated seats and steering wheel, ventilated seats as well. This is all capacitive touch. The native operating system on here is very fast, very clear, easy to read. You can do voice memory, got wireless Apple CarPlay for 2025. Then, what is this 3D setup? You can put your own car on the screen. Bam. Ain't that slick? And look how fast the refresh rate is. A car doesn't need the refresh rate that fast, but it's great that the technology is in there. We also have a few different customizable options up on our cluster over here, which is done by way of the steering wheel controls. So we can change it to navigation. I, for some reason, just like looking at my fuel economy. And then we do have our adaptive cruise control lane keep assist mode right there. Shows you what's in the blind spot. And you can change that by using this scroll wheel. This is also capacitive touch, which isn't my most favorite thing, but it works well. And you also use this to skip tracks. You just swipe across to do the menus on there. You swipe up and down, volume control right there. Paddle shifters, 8-speed automatic transmission, our gear selector. If parking intimidates you, there's an auto park feature. I demonstrated that in the G80 video, or GV80 video, which is the SUV. So you're going to want to hold this camera button here and drive forward slowly. It's going to select a spot. Once it finds a spot, you're just going to follow the instructions on the screen, and it'll pull in forward or backward, whichever way is most convenient for the vehicle. Slick feature. You can also do that outside the car as well. Now it's time to spin a few blocks in the 2025 G80 Sport Prestige. Always buckle up for safety. Always activate this massage feature. And the seatbelt buckle is going to pull to you snugly. It makes you feel loved, man. Feels like a mother's hug. And it happens to be Mother's Day. I'll probably post this by Father's Day, honestly. But let's just get show on the road to my moon simulation, which I can't get to this way. This steering wheel is thick, just like I like them. Very comfortable to the touch. So sometimes I'll be driving, I'll be squeezing this thing. Need a little bit of cushion on it, just for my added comfort. Now this road is jacked up, but we're gonna see how it's gonna handle. Well, not handle, but take in the bumps and imperfections. It's going to be super quiet in here. You cannot hear anything on the outside. Sound deadening is excellent. It soaks up the bumps really well. Can't even tell if this road is just, it's literally a moon simulation. Oh, big dip. It's so composed and poised. You cannot feel any of this stuff. It's just smooth. It's blocking out a whole lot of noise. Must be some kind of tempered glass. The dampening was amazing. So, gonna activate this camera. Close, get out of here. I wanna see how close we can get to this curve without scraping our tires. If we scrape our tires, the camera lied to us. We are spot on over there. Gonna fully lock the steering wheel and see if we can make this maneuver. And which we can. Excellent turning radius. Parking in tight spaces will be a cinch. Back to the end of the moon simulator so we can see what it's like on normal roads. This is actually a normal Michigan road. It's actually better now since it's broken up, and that's crazy. So what I'm gonna do now is crank it up to sport mode. Sport plus mode, pardon me. All right, we're gonna sit here for just a moment and launch it. I expected a little bit more, but this car is 4,600 pounds with 375 horsepower. Gonna go onto the highway now, see what it's like while we're in motion going up to speed. Got our blind spot camera. Yeah, definitely more impressive while you're already in motion. But in Sport Plus mode, it's gonna love to keep you up in the power band. You can hear the engine quite a lot. You know you got the engine up under there. So let me dial that back to, let me see what sport is like. Instantly felt it when I went from comfort to sport, not normal. But we're just gonna do comfort for now. In which this car is, the damping on this car is just, I would rather keep this as a comfort car than a sport car. It's a good blend of both. The interior, like I said, it just reminds me of, it's not the most luxurious, but this suspension is one of the most luxurious that you can get on a vehicle. It's going to have this adaptive cruise control as well. Got my cruise set to 81 miles per hour. It's going to hold my line. I'm just going to see how it behaves when we come up in a traffic jam. If I flick my signal, and if I can make a lane switch, it'll do that for me while letting me know to keep my hands on the steering wheel. Makes driving easy when it's not like traffic out here like this. Holds the line quite well. And that's second gear. Jeez. Let me speed it up some. Brakes definitely bite. And Sport Plus mode turns traction control off. We drive out here today, so I'm comfortable with it. Got a little bit of lean, but it's very confidence inspiring. And then you can also plow out of there. When did it upshift for me? Wasn't expecting that. I don't believe this has a true manual mode. Upshifts are very quick. Downshifts are a little bit on the slower side, and they don't have a lot of drama to them. They don't snap you in, which in this kind of application, might not be what you're expecting. Might have to go to a BMW if that's the experience you're looking for. Taking a turn again. It's a pretty good handler. Its forte isn't canyon carving. This is more of an executive sedan, which is meant to be comfortable. This is a place that you want to be in. I personally think this makes an awesome daily driver. I would not mind being in this car every single day. It's comfortable. It's got all the tech features. Nice to look at, nice to sit in. There's nothing not to like about this car. I can't think of too many downsides to it. As this person takes over both lanes. Go ahead then. And going back across the lane. Sheesh. Genesis, please keep on giving me press cars. Forgive those who cannot drive that well around me. I just want to see what we do in this roundabout. Just testing the suspension. Yeah, it's solid. That one actually kind of kicked me in the back going up to second gear from first. Now let's go back to our comfort setting. This is where I spent most of my time driving in comfort. It's the best for me, just doing my daily tasks. I don't look at this as a sports sedan, but when you want to step on it, it'll get up for you. It's more responsive in sport and sport plus mode though. And as I have the ergo motion seats going on, it sucks that it's not for the passenger. It just rolls. It's not like hard rollers that are a true massage, but the seats get to dancing on the back and on the bottom, so it feels good though. Auto stop start, that is always coming on, but you can disable that with the press of a button. You can set it up to do custom drive modes. With my mode, I got mine set up to like sport steering, sport plus drive mode. I forgot what else. Suspension is comfort. So this would be ideal for me if I weren't on a daily drive. If I wanted to drive spiritedly, this is the setup that I would use, which I'm going to do the rest of this video in. Brakes are great in this car. Ooh, nice downshift. Man, this gear selector in Sport Plus mode is going to get you in the right gear, so you really don't need the pedal shifters like that. Because I was just about to do a double downshift, which could have been tragic. Definitely handles the speed in these curves. As I approach this GMC Sierra, who's the Genesis G80 for? I feel like this is for the more of a person that likes fun secondary as opposed to comfort and tech. If you love tech, this has got to be the top choice for you. But if you love a comfortable ride, smooth suspension, serene experience, isolated from the outside world, this is also a top tier choice. Nice downshift. There go our G80 right there. What's up, brother? Nice and gutsy. Let me dial it back to comfort mode. I lied to y'all. So that's all I got to say about that. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Genesis G80. The GV80 is the SUV. It's more of the same. They're very similar, but that's an SUV, guys. The G90 is that's like a car you be chauffeured in. It's got massaging seats in every single seat, but that's going to cost you $100 grand, 30K more than what this is, maybe 20K more than what this is. It does offer a supercharged, turbocharged version of that powertrain, which has a little bit more horsepower than this. But if you don't need the extra large barge, the boat-like ride, this is adequate choice. Wear it out you can take this out to dinner, nice dates. Just a fine piece of automobile, and it has great styling inside and out. Meet me in the comment section. Let me know what you choose over this, the BMW 5 Series, Audi 6 or A6, A7, or the Mercedes E-Class, or even the Lexus. Well, the Lexus kind of skipped over a true competitor for this. It'll be the ES, but the GS should have been right there. All right, K, thanks. Bye.